Hello students, welcome again in today's video lesson. In the last video lesson we have seen the conditions and characteristics of chemical reactions. Both these two topics we have completed in the last two video lessons of this chapter number 6. In today's video lesson we will start from page number 100, that is types of chemical reactions. Today's topic is of discussion in this video lesson is types of chemical reactions. Types of chemical reactions. So you have already studied this thing in class 7 and I have also discussed in your online class. So hope all of you know, some idea you have, and if you don't have, then you can watch this video once again and all doubts will be cleared. Okay, so first type of chemical reaction is combination reaction. First is combination reaction. What is combination reaction? Means when two or more elements or compounds reacts with each other to form a single compound is called a combination reaction. Okay, so this combination, if we say schematically, say A plus B, it gives AB. Okay, for example, so many examples are there. Suppose H2 plus O2 gives 2H2O, it is balanced. Okay, C plus O2 gives CO2, very common. H2 plus Cl2 gives 2HCl. All these are the types of combination reaction. Okay, so very common thing is it combination reaction. So what we see here, two elements combined to form a single compound in all these three examples. So other examples are also there. Second is decomposition reaction. Decomposition reaction. What is this? It's a reverse of combination reaction. What we have seen in the combination, two or more elements combines together to form a single compound. But here from a single compound they splits into their different constituent elements or compound, that is called decomposition reaction. Means if I write AB, it gives A plus B. So for decomposition reaction always we have to remember two things, that either we have to heat the compound to decompose it or dissociate it, or we have to pass electricity for decomposition. So if you use heat to decompose, it is called thermal decomposition, okay, or thermal dissociation. Okay, so example you can have the heating of calcium carbonate CaCO3. When you heat it, what you will get? You will get calcium oxide plus CO2 as a gaseous state. Okay, similarly if you do the heating of potassium chlorate KClO3 on heating, what you will get? You will get KCl plus O2. Again oxygen is liberated, you have to balance it. Okay, so what we see in both these examples, we have to heat the compound to decompose into constant elemental compounds. Next is for this reaction, another way of decomposition is AB is decomposes to A plus B, again on passing electricity. This process is called electrolysis. Okay, in this electrolysis, so if do the electrolysis of base example is water, when H2O you take, if you pass electricity to impure water. Not pure water is bad conductor of electricity, so we have to use impure water, acidylated water. So you will get H2 plus O2. Okay. Similarly, if you do NaCl, take sodium chloride solution. Again, if you want to pass dissociate, you have to pass electricity. You will get Na plus Cl2. Okay. So these are the two types of decomposition. One is thermal dissociation decomposition, another is the electrolysis. Okay. Now the third type of chemical type of reaction is double decomposition reaction. Third one is displacement reaction. Third one is displacement reaction. So in displacement reaction, what we see? The more reactive metal will displace a less reactive metal from a compound. Okay, then only displacement reaction can happen. That means we have to follow here the metal activity series. In metal activity series, what you will see? Sodium, potassium in the top, magnesium. You can have this in your page number 105 is given. Sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, like zinc. So the more reactive metal will displace the less reactive metal. For example, if you take Zn plus HCl, so Zn comes before hydrogen in the metal activity series, so it will displace hydrogen and react with chlorine to form ZnCl2. Okay, and displaces to form hydrogen gas is liberated. Okay. So this is displacement reaction. So what we see in schematically, A plus BC, A will react with C and displaces a B. So it will become AC plus B. So here A is more reactive than B. Then only it will happen. Otherwise it will not happen, this type of chemical reaction. So there are lots of examples of displacement reaction. In all cases we will see that more reactive element or metal will displace less reactive metal from a compound. This is called displacement reaction. Fourth one and the last one is double displacement or decomposition reaction. Okay. So in this schematically, what if you see, it is AB plus CD. It will give, A will react with D and C will react with A. So you will get AD plus CB. AD plus CB you will get. It is called double displacement. A will react with D to displace C and C will, after displacing C, C will react with B. Okay. That means if C reacts with B, C will displace A. So it is two displacements are taking place here. So it is called displacement reaction. So this displacement reaction again be further classified as two types. Number one is we have already studied, that is called precipitation reaction. Precipitation reaction means in which insoluble solid substance is formed. For example, very common, AgNO3 plus sodium chloride NaCl. So it will react with form AgCl plus NaNO3. sodium nitrate is formed. So this AgCl is insoluble solid substance. This is called precipitation reaction. So this is called. So many other examples are also given in your book. For example, calcium sulfate react with sodium hydroxide to give sodium sulfate, and calcium hydroxide is another precipitation reaction. Barium chloride react with H2SO4 gives barium sulfate, is a white PPT is formed with hydrochloric acid. Lead nitrate reacts with ammonium hydroxide to form ammonium nitrate, and lead hydroxide, which is insoluble solid, it is a precipitate. Another one, next is this type of double displacement curve that comes is neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction. What is neutralization reaction? Here acids reacts with base to form salt plus water. Okay. So when acid reacts with base, it gives salt and water. This is called neutralization reaction. For example, if you take HCl plus potassium hydroxide KOH, so what you will see, this potassium will react with chlorine to displace hydrogen, because you know potassium is more reactive than hydrogen. So potassium will react with chlorine and hydrogen is displaced to react with this OH to form water. So you will get KCl plus H2O. So what we see, KCl is a salt and H2O is water. So it is a neutralization reaction. In this way, so many thousands of examples of neutralization reaction you will have. Another example given in your book, that is H2SO4. Again, sulfuric acid is an acid. It reacts with sodium hydroxide, NaOH. So again, sodium will displace hydrogen from hydrogen sulfate to form sodium sulfate, Na2SO4 plus 2H2O, that is water. So here you have to put for balancing. Okay. So again, this sodium hydroxide is a salt and water is formed. So this is called neutralization reaction. We have many uses of this neutralization reaction in our daily life. Okay. So so the toothpaste that we use, it is contain base which will react with the acid formed on our teeth and clean it to form salt. It makes our mouth clean and hygiene. Antacid that we use for indigestion sometime, like it contains milk of magnesia, magnesium hydroxide, aluminum hydroxide. It neutralizes the acid formed in the stomach and gives us relief. Bee sting, it also contains formic acid. So when we put a base on it like calamine lotion, it will neutralize and it will give a relief. Wasp sting, it also contains some alkaline, it contains base. So if we put vinegar on it, it will give a relief. In case of acid burns, sodium carbonate is neutralized, it is used effective. Conditioners and shampoo neutralize the scalp, forming them, managing the health of hairs. Baking powder is another base used for making doughs, neutralize the effect of carbonic acid. Factory wastes are also neutralizes with some bases because they contain lots of toxic acids. In the soil, if soil becomes acidic from prolonged use of fertilizers, so farmers use quicklime, slakelime in their field. It neutralizes the effect of acid. And acidic gases obtained from the decomposition compost helping to neutralize basic salt. So compost also produces some acidics. It is also neutralized by using some bases. So students, this is all about our today's video class, the types of chemical reactions. Hope all of you have understood. Go to the chapter, see the video once again and again. If you don't understand, please ask me in your next online class. Thank you very much. See you again.